What is this thing about gift horses, looking them in the mouth, and why it's important to you to know exactly what the hell all that means? Hey folks, Everyday KT number 212. Tonight, that's exactly what we're talking about. Gift horses. The hell is that, and why is it important to you? So, the actual history of the gift horse, I have no idea. I have not done my research. I'm going to be plain and blunt about that. Why? Because I've been busy as hell, and Google does all your research for you anyway. So, you guys go look up why it's called that in the first place. But, supposition, somebody shows up with a free horse and says, here you go. You don't sit there and examine the whole thing. You say thank you and move on. So, how does that apply to you and everything that you do in your everyday life? And why does it even matter? So, there's, I'm going to guess, probably two big things. First, when somebody shows up with some form of benevolent something or other, they are offering clothing, food, education, mentorship, something of value to you in one form or another. Do not sit there and analyze the thing. Just say thank you. Don't go off in some big tirade, some big whatever, saying, oh, that's great, but it's not the right color. I need a blue one. No, take it. Say thank you. They're being nice to you. Accept their grace, their graciousness, and their willingness to give. Doesn't matter why either. Somebody may say, oh, hey, that guy, I've seen him in the same kilt every day for 4 months. That's got to stop. And they come up and they give you a different style kilt. It never happened to me, but it's a good example. Never, ever, 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 ever shy away from someone who is trying to be nice to you. Why? Because they may do it again in the future. Or better yet, someone else may do it as well. Maybe they have a circle of friends. Maybe you're doing something that's awesome for the public. You're not really looking for any notoriety or recognition or any of those other things, but these people recognize what you're doing is good, and they like it, and they want to support you. Take the support. You don't have to broadcast it to the universe and say, hey, these people just gave me blah, 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 blah. No. Just say, thank you. Accept it and move on. Because when people feel like they can help other people, they tend to help more. And if you're willing to accept their help, well, they may come back when, say for instance, I don't know, you're doing whatever. Say you're cleaning a house, cleaning a public facility for some reason. And they're like, oh yeah, we've got some brooms and buckets and whatnot. You have somebody, like, okay. And next thing you know, that you take them, you put them in a shed or storage or whatever. They come over and they're like, oh, this is great. You're here by yourself, and you're like, yeah, my friends couldn't be here, whatever. And they're like, oh, well, hang on. They go get the things and help you. Or you're out there, all of a sudden your broom breaks, snaps right in half. Oh, look, those people gave you some. Go grab one of the ones that they gave you and continue your work. Keep doing the good that you're doing. If you don't accept them, you snub them, turn them away, whatever that might be, they're not going to tell you. Or they're not going to give it, they're not doing it again. Worse than that is somebody may say, hey, I have blah, 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 blah. Does anybody know anybody who could use whatever this thing is? Or this service or whatever? You could be needing that and advertising and trying your hardest to get that because it would do so much for your whatever, your cause. And that person is talking to the one that you said no to. And that person you said no to is going to be like, nope, don't know anybody. Because they know that you're not going to take the help. So, accept when someone is offering a gift horse. Now, there's a fine line between somebody wanting to help you and someone wanting to impose their will upon you. Humongous difference. I walk in and I say, look, I found this 10-pound weight. I know that you're trying to get healthy again. Here, maybe you can use this. And that person says, here you go. Take the weight. You give them, and they walk away. That is gift horse. Yay, 10 pounds, you can do workouts, whatever. Or that person says, hey, you know what? I've got this 10-pound weight, but you have to use it this way. You can only go like this. You can't go like this. You can only go like that, or else you can't have it. That's not a gift horse. That's them imposing their will upon you. That is them trying to give you things but control you at the same time. That you don't want. You don't want any part of that. Anything that's got strings attached to it, no, that's a whole different story. Unless you have to have it, that's different. But generally, you know, if someone wants to give you something and they're truly and honestly want to help, they're just going to say, here, go, play, do, whatever. So why is this important? Because that's been happening a whole hell of a lot to myself and some organizations that I've been involved with lately, and I am eternally grateful for all of those who have been helping us. And that's why I'm telling you, is that when someone wants to help you, don't just send them away or ignore them. Make sure you take care of them, because they may do it again. And that next time might be when you need it the most. So, before we move on, I saw Dave was in. Dave, how are you doing on the smoking bit and all your other shenanigans? Are things going okay? While I'm waiting for Dave to respond, can somebody throw up a Kiltology? And for some reason, somebody put passion fruit something or other in here. So I'm not responsible for whatever happens, because it's hot as hell here. Well, not hot, humid as hell. So I need this. Alrighty, so we're going volume 2. Dave, you doing okay with the not smoking? I didn't see. And everything else is okay? I'm going to find a Kiltology while we're waiting on that. So, volume 2, for those of you playing at home. So, here we go. Oh, here we go. Woohoo! Awesome! So, Dave, congratulations on all those things. No smoking, and your health is better. I'm really happy for you. So, today we're talking about gift horses, people giving and taking and receiving and imposing and all these other things. And Kiltology number 352 nails that one to a head. It's called love. True love is when someone cares for another so much he puts his own love's needs ahead of his own. A Kilty in love is a force to be reckoned with. A regular Kilty can defeat whole armies by himself. Give him someone he loves to defend, and nothing will stand in his way. If you have the stones to question this, just ask any Kilty if you can dance with his date. I've seen what happens when people do this firsthand, and I'm going to tell you this, it is not something you want to see. It is one of those things that if it was on a YouTube video, you'd want to unsee that, because it is holy wrath unleashed and embodied all at the same time. Do not mess with a Kilty's family, friends, those he cares about most, because you ain't going to stop him. It's just not going to happen. I don't care how mild-mannered those people are. It's like messing with the Marines, fellow Marines. You just don't do it. It's not. I know it's a bad comparison, because you Marines out there are just some badasses all around. I wish I could be like you guys. I'm not even close. I would love to be on the first stepping stone where you guys are at. So, but what happens if you start messing with a bunch of Marines? You're gonna get your ass kicked. That's why you never hear about stories of guys walking into a bar full of guys in kilts and starting to fight, because it doesn't happen. So, with that, gratitude, gift horses. If somebody's nice to you, please accept their graciousness. Accept it and say, yep, thank you. Don't be too proud to accept someone else's good fortunes, because if you don't, it will never happen again. There's no way on earth you're going to know that you're always going to be in good fortunes. So, it's Monday night, and it's humid, and I got to get in some air conditioning. So, you guys have fun. Have a good night tonight. Go out and enjoy yourselves. Do something awesome for one another. And as always, be strong. Put a kilt on.